Shalom, Israel, shalom, 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 classroom, shalom.
Shalom.
Shabbat shalom to the 12 tribes of Israel. Peace and blessings to the elect of Israel scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Double honors to the elect elders of the house of David that's been in this truth for decades and decades, patiently laboring and waiting for the second coming of our Lord Yahushua. A hearty, mighty shalom to all of the mighty men of the Most High God who are going out there in the highways and byways week in and week out, prophesying the downfall of the society, presenting your body as a living sacrifice and magnifying the name of Yahweh Hashem. Shalom to those brothers. Shalom to the brothers who may not be out there as of yet, but they're working on it. They're getting built up in the spirit. They're praying. They're fasting. They're studying. They're being diligent and abounding in the work of the Lord. Shalom to those men. Shalom to the sisters out there, married and unmarried, zealous, on fire, and moving on the spirit, in the spirit of our righteous foremothers. Shalom to the ancient men and his truth, the children, the elect of Israel scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth, and everybody tuning in live. Come there, Shabbat.
Come there, Shabbat.
God, all praise to the Most High for another Shabbat. Like the brother said, Shabbat Shalom. Pray brothers having and sisters having a restful, peaceful Sabbath, not entertaining these demons that try to vex you throughout the week and keep your mind fixated on the Lord in these last days. Right? As we always do, let's go to Acts chapter 18, verse number 4.
Go on. The book of Acts, chapter 18, and verse number 4. And he reasoned in the synagogue every Sabbath and persuaded the Jews and the Greeks.
Right, so another Sabbath service. Another Sabbath service to persuade Israel who knows that they're Israel to continue in the law, statutes, faith, the brotherly love, all things to magnify the name of Yahweh Shai, right? To continue in that faith, right? To continue in those good works, continue in the things that make you set apart these last days. And to those who are just finding out that they're Israel, to compel them to be as a church of Berea, right? To search the scriptures daily and diligently to see if the words that be spoken to you are true or not. Right? There's a lot of false prophets and soothsayers out here looking to deter the children of Israel. And the only way we can do that diligently is through Philippians 4:13.
Philippians chapter 4, and verse number 13. I can do all things through my shot, which strengthens me.
Right? So through the spirit of Yahweh, we're able to counteract and stand 10 toes down for the doctrine that we learn and not get tossed to and fro like a wave in the sea and get back those false prophets for the elect's sake.
Shalom, shalom, Israel. Shalom to the 12 tribes and abroad. Reading, praying, fasting, and doing everything they can do to magnify the Most High and his beloved Son Yahushua. Let's go to the mighty book of Acts, chapter 17.
The book of Acts, chapter 17, verse 2. And Paul, as manner was, went in unto them, and through Sabbath days reasoned with them out of the scriptures.
Right, reason with them out of the scriptures. And that's what we're sent to do, to reason out of the scriptures of the Most High. Read.
Opening and alleging that Hamashiach must needs have suffered and risen again from the dead, and that this Yahushua, whom I preach unto you, is Hamashiach.
And that's what we're sent to do, to preach and to magnify Yahushua Hamashiach.
Come. We go to the book of Acts 15 and 20. Bible shot.
It's the book of Acts, chapter 15 and verse 20. But that we write unto them that they abstain from pollutions of idols, and from fornication, and from things strangled, and from blood.
Right, read.
For Moses of old time had in every city filled that preacher, being read in the synagogues every Sabbath day.
Right. Every Sabbath day, man. Right, so as brother was going into, right, so our job, our duty, right, to go into the scriptures every Sabbath day, right, turn down strongholds, false doctrines, right, and also to deter our people away, right, from being polluted with idols, right, with the fornication and things of this world and all things unclean and ungodly in the sight of Yahweh.
Right, and we're going to dive right into 2 Corinthians, the 4th chapter. Right, 2 Corinthians is a beautiful epistle, and a very beautiful epistle through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. So we're going to go through this entire chapter because it goes into endurance, right? It goes to maintaining your integrity, right? This chapter goes to dealing with the affliction that comes with being in this truth. And these are important principles that we have to learn as we are walking in the spirit of Yahweh Shai. Right, 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 1.
2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 1. Therefore, seeing we have this ministry, as we have received mercy We faint not.
When we give up.
We faint not.
We're back in the world.
We faint not.
Right, we faint not, man. Right? And we receive mercy from the Most High. Who the hell are we to go back into the world, man? And go back into celebrating Thanksgiving, Christmas, worldly holidays and customs where the Most High gave us mercy to come into this knowledge. Right? You can give up. See, in the world, you can pick up habits. You can try new things in life, and you can give up when you're bored, when you get tired of it. You know, different fashion styles, they come and go. Jobs, they come and go. Relationships, they come and go. You can faint, and you can give those things up, man. This is not the same thing if you're in this knowledge, man. This is something that you can't give up, man. This is something that you can't just wait and cast to the wayside, man. Go to Sirach chapter 24 and 24. See, in the world, you know, it's easy and it's acceptable to go through phases, man. You know, our people are very, what's the word we used a few weeks ago? Fickle. Very fickle, which means our people, they take on new trends, new phases. You know, this is the fashion style at this time, then we're going to dress like this. This is the time we're all going to be Muslim, then we're all going to be Egyptologists. And then you give things up, and you follow the trends, and you follow the masses, man. And when you come into this truth, you got to learn that that is part of the old man. This is something that you just can't go through a phase. You got a lot of people that come into this knowledge. They get cast back into Satan, and they're doing videos on YouTube of why they left the Hebrew Israelites. I'm over that phase in my life. Right? I'm glad I'm past that, man. Right? Go to Ecclesiastes 24 and 24.
Sirach chapter 24 and verse 124. Faint not to be strong in the Lord.
The Lord said,
Faint not to be strong in the Lord.
Right? Faint not to be strong in the Lord. Read.
That he may confirm you.
That the Most High can confirm you, may strengthen you. Read.
Cleave unto him. For the Lord Almighty is God alone. And beside him, there is no other Savior.
We got money.
There is no other Savior.
We got our jobs.
There is no other Savior.
Hey, guess what? There is no other Savior, man. I don't know if anybody told you, but there's no way out but through Yahweh Hashem Shah, man. Right? There's no way out, man. The only way out of this captivity and this deliverance, this hellhole and this bondage is through Yahweh Shah, man. So if you receive this mercy, right? Give me one more real quick. Sirach 19 and 24. Right? Even if you know few breakdowns, precepts, 5 scriptures, man. That's more than what 99% of the world knows, man. Right? 3, you know in Deuteronomy 28, Revelation 1 to 14, Deuteronomy 7 to 6, these fundamental precepts, that is more than what 99.9% of the world knows. And you have to take that into consideration and be grateful for the calling that the Most High gave you, man. Right? And understand what you're going to lose if you faint. Think about what you're going to lose out on, man. A lot of people, when they give up and they're fainting, they forget all of the things that they're going to lose out on, man. Read that real quick.
Sirach chapter 19 and verse 4. He that has small understanding and fear the Most High is better than one that has much wisdom and transgresses the law of the Most High.
Right, so even if you have a small understanding, you're better than a man that has much of a sin against the Most High. So you don't have to know all the in-depth breakdowns to be delivered. Right? You don't have to know the 7 heads and the 10 horns and the 70 weeks and the 3 heads and the 8 contrary brothers. You don't have to know all that. Right? All you have to have is a sincere spirit, a contrite heart, and a willingness to repent and keep these commandments to the best of your ability. Right? That's what the Most High is looking for. Right? So again, and look at your expectations. Look at the expectations. It's not, the Most High is not asking you to climb 3 mountains, man, to get the kingdom. You would think for something so glorious, you have to do something so damn, you have to go on these journeys, man. The Most High said, just repent and keep the commandments. You want to faint off of that, repenting and keeping the commandments, right? Go on, brother.
Come, let's go to the mighty book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 1.
Hebrews chapter 12 and verse number 1. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed up with so great a cloud of witnesses.
And look at all of the witnesses. The witnesses are forefathers. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. All of these men, you understand, that endured unto the end. See, everybody has something that they have to go through. They have to go through the fire, tribulation, adversity. Look at all of the cloud of witnesses that finished their course. Read.
Let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doeth so easily beset us.
And we got to lay aside all of these things that slow us down. See, the things that slow you down are preventing you from getting the kingdom. See, you're running a race right now. And all of the sin, the idolatry, the idleness, all of these things that are slowing you down, putting weights upon you, is slowing you down from finishing your course. And the Apostle Paul is literally saying, like, cast abroad all of these things. Read.
And let us run with patience the race that is set before us, looking unto Yahushua, the author and finisher of our faith.
Read.
Who, for the joy that was set before him, endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of the Most High.
Right, is the point.
For consider him that endured such contradiction.
Right, we got to think it's how Shai did, how he endured the cross, how he was patient, how he taught his people, how he did the work of the Most High, how he didn't faint. Read.
Contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be weary and faint in your mind.
If you don't consider the Lord daily when you catch a hell, you're going to get weary. And not only are you going to get weary, but you're going to faint. See, everybody falls from time to time. But it's Yahushua's mercy that lifts you up. See, in the time of your adversity and temptation, when you get weary and you don't consider Yahushua, you're going to faint in your mind. You're going to think it's impossible to do the things that our forefathers have done. If the Lord wasn't with these men, they didn't have faith in the Lord and they didn't consider Yahushua and look toward the end, they would have got weary and faint and not receive all of the glory and the promises.
We go back to that 2 Corinthians 4. Right? So if you're thinking about fainting, man, you're getting tired, life is too hard. I don't know if anybody told you, but it's supposed to be hard, man.
Right.
This truth isn't supposed to be easy, man. Stop thinking this truth is supposed to be a golden brick road, man. This isn't the Wizard of Oz, man. This isn't a fairy tale. This isn't a damn movie, man. Real quick, go to 2 Corinthians chapter 11 to 22. Read that real quick, man. See, a lot of brothers, you faint because you thought it was going to be easy. Right? You thought that it was supposed to be a cakewalk in this truth. You were going to come to this truth. You saw the weddings and the videos. You saw the burgers on the grill. You saw the tents on the Feast of Tabernacles. You saw the fringes and the laughing and the salute. You said, wow, that's what I want. And then when adversity comes up, well, what the hell is this about, man? I thought it was just burgers and fringes. And tents, man. And cake on the feast day. Right? Read that real quick.
2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse number 22. Are they Hebrews? So am I.
Right?
Are they Israelites? So am I.
Right?
Are they the seed of Abraham? So am I.
He's speaking about these false prophets. He said they're Israelites, but I'm an Israelite too, man. Right? But I'm going to show you how I'm different than these men. Go on.
Are they ministers of a Mashiach? I speak as a fool. I am more.
I am what?
I am more.
He said you entertaining these false prophets. I'm going to tell you about myself, man. I'm more than them. Right? I'm better than these guys. Read on.
In labors more abundant. And stripes above measure.
What are stripes? Being whipped. Above measure. See, the law says you have to give a man 39 stripes, save one, lest thy brother seem vile unto thee. So above measure is they exceeded the justice that the Most High told them to enforce. Go on.
In prisons more frequent.
You don't go into prison in this truth. Stop watching Big Beach and Diddy and all, and they're not the only ones that go to prison. Men that are in this truth, they went to prison. You don't have to commit armed robbery, murder, just to be in prison. Paul was righteous, he got went to prison, man. Right? Who went to prison? Peter got locked up in prison. Right? Daniel was thrown in the lion's den, man. Hananiah, Azariah, Mishael, they were thrown in the fiery furnace, man. Jeremiah was thrown in a miry dungeon and sat in the mire, man, and ate the bread of affliction. Right? So many righteous men, they got cast into prison. Read on.
In death, oh.
Man, he almost died plenty of times. Right? He almost died often. Near what they call near-death experiences, man. Read.
Of the Jews, 5 times received I 40 stripes, save one.
Right, so that's 39 times what? 5, man. Right? 39 times 5, boy.
Thrice was I beaten with rods.
Right, you got beat with a rod. A brother ever got beat with a rod? No, you never got beat with a rod, man. Read.
Once was I
Paul say?
Once was I stoned.
He could have fainted out. He could have got up and said, you know what? Hell no. This is it. I get stoned. I'm not doing this work no more. Brothers never got stoned. We haven't got stoned at camp. I can imagine getting stoned at camp by these people in Baltimore. Huh? You know? Lip busted, teeth cracked, blackened eye, stitches. He didn't have life insurance. Read on.
Thrice I suffered shipwreck.
Shipwreck. Brothers never been shipwrecked. A flat tire is not equivalent to being shipwrecked. A lot of brothers say, I'm going shipwreck. Now, come on, I have a flat tire. Brother, that's completely different, brother. You shipwreck in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea, alligator, octopus, hypothermia, damn, it's dark, your phone, you can't call nobody. God is just out there. Read.
A night and a day I have been in the deep.
I've been resting in my bed.
A night and a day I have been in the deep.
What's the deep, brothers? The sea, the ocean. He spent a night and a day in the middle of the ocean. Doing good probably. Just floating, huh? Damn people pulling them down, alligators and damn octopus and fighting off damn sharks with one hand and holding on to a plank with another hand. Read on.
And journey often.
No, he stayed at home.
And journey often.
So he traveled. Read.
In perils of waters. In perils of robbers. In perils by my own countrymen. In perils by the heathen. In perils in the city. In perils in the wilderness. In perils in the sea. In perils among false brethren.
Read.
In weariness and painfulness. In watchings often. In hunger and thirst. In fastings often. In cold and in nakedness. Besides those things that are without, that was coming upon me daily, the care of all the churches.
So he's catching hell outside and he's besides all of the stuff I'm dealing with outwardly, I'm stressed out. I'm stressed out. I gotta take care about you in Corinth, Philippi, Thessalonica, Colossus, Rome, all of these churches. Read on.
Who is weak, and I am that weak, who is offended, and I burn not.
I mean, nobody's catching hell like me. He can actually say that. He can actually say, I'm catching more hell than you. And you can't say nothing about it. Read on.
If I must needs glory, I will glory of the things which concern my infirmity.
So he gloried in his infirmities, man. So how can you faint, but also glory in your infirmities? That's a contradiction. See, a lot of brothers don't glory in their infirmities and the hell that they catch. That's why they're fainting. Right? And then you want to have the mentality of when you catch hell, to glory in the hell that you're catching and to praise the Most High. It is the perfect, there's never been a more perfect opportunity to praise Yahweh Shem Shad than when you're catching hell. Not just when you're going through great things, you got that job, you just got married, things are looking well. Yeah, you praise the Most High. But there's also a perfect opportunity to praise the Most High, and that's when the hell takes hold of you.
Colin, that's a mighty example of a man who's touched hell and been right back, man. And how you should walk in that ordinance, man. Let me get 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 3. Because like the brother was saying, a lot of brothers, they always glorify the Lord when things are good. But when things go bad, you'll never get an end of it. Right. Brothers get played from sun up to sundown, Sabbath to Sabbath, new moon to new moon. They get complaining about what's going wrong in their life, instead of giving thanks to the Lord, right? Because these adversities are stories that can be told for the next brother to continue in the faith. They're stories that can push another brother to stay in the faith one more day, man. Brothers are so carnally minded when it comes to dealing with infirmities and hell and demons and Satan trying to hop on you, man. It's not just the I in Israel, man. We're a whole nation, man. We're a whole nation of people. We got to get rid of that I mentality. Right, bring it up, King.
2 Thessalonians chapter 3 and verse number 3. Right. But the Lord is faithful, who shall establish you and keep you from evil.
Right, and that's a reminder, man. Yeah, you may get demons that hop on you. You may have to deal with car accidents. You may have to deal with your job vexing you. Right, but the Lord is faithful and keep you from evil. Right? It could be 10 times worse, man. You know how many stories we hear about people going through X, Y, and Z? We be like, damn, I couldn't imagine how to deal with that. The Lord will keep you from these evils when you're truly walking in the Spirit of the Lord. Right? Keep going.
Come. And we have confidence in the Lord touching you,
Right.
that ye both do and will do the things which we command you.
Right.
And the Lord direct your hearts into the love of Yahweh and into the patient waiting for Hamashiach.
So the Lord will direct your heart to the patient waiting of the Lord to come. Right? Because that's what this is all about. The patience and the faith of the saints, man. Because Babylon, it seems like it was going to go down a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But this is truly the patience of the Lord bestowing upon you. And you wait until the very end of your enemy, man. Keep going. It's a couple more verses.
Now we command you, brethren, in the name of our Lord, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, that ye withdraw yourselves from every brother that walketh disorderly, and not after the tradition which he received of us. For yourselves know how you ought to follow us, for if we behave not ourselves disorderly among you.
So Paul is saying you got to remove yourself from the people who aren't walking in the law, statutes, and commandments and see how the prophets walk. Right? You got to look at your forefathers of old and see how they moved and maneuvered in situations. Right? What we say yesterday, the reasoning of a man show what he is, loosely paraphrasing.
Right, the trial of every man is his reason.
Right, the trial of every man is in his reason, and how he moves and adjusts in certain situations. It tells you exactly who you're dealing with. It tells you the character you have as a man. When it gets hot, do you panic and run and cry? Paul was in such situations I couldn't even imagine. But what did he do? He labored more abundantly. Right? He didn't boast. He didn't exalt himself before the Lord. He glorified the Lord in his infirmities. Right? 2 more verses, King.
Neither did we eat any man's bread for naught.
Right? So we're not eating off any man's plate. Right? We don't have nobody called a pocket. We don't have nobody who's out here just giving us freely. We give ours and we take care of our family by the blood and sweat and tears of our own brow. Right?
For wrought with labor and travail night and day, that we might not be chargeable to any of you,
Right?
not because we have not power, but to make ourselves an example unto you to follow us.
So that's exactly why Paul went to the churches, to make himself an example on how you should walk in these last days. How you shouldn't be as the people of the world, but how you should be a soldier for the Lord. How you should be a warrior for the Lord and not entertain yourself with the affairs of this life. Getting cast down and torn down little by little until you have nothing left.
Come. Sounds like a preacher. Come. You go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 24, and verse 10, class. Just a touch on that. Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 24 and verse number 10.
Right?
Right? 24 and verse number 10, and it reads, if thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small.
Right, so if you faint when all hell starts to break loose, man, or even in the so-called small adversity that man may take on, man. Right, your so-called friends, your so-called family, they may turn against you, man. Right, your so-called job, is pressing you out. They call you to that small little office, right, that small little cubicle, right, in this so-called corner, right, say, hey, I kind of seen you right on YouTube, right, I seen this so-called clip of you, man, right, what's this about, that about, man, right, it start pressing you out, you start sweating, you start flinging, man, right, you start taking off your fringes, man, right, how much more in the day of adversity, right, the day of Jacob's trouble, man, right, when all hell really starts to break loose, right, at a so-called all-time level, man. Right, you got certain men, right, that were so-called mighty teachers, man, right, readers, man, right, but then, so-called, they don't want to be on camera, right, for the so-called sake of your job, man, right, or to have a so-called bad look, man, right, so, read that again, King.
Come. If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small.
Right, your strength is small, man. You can put on the so-called major facade, right, that you are a so-called top man or strong in this truth, man. But truly, inwardly, man, right, you're weak, man. Right, let's get that in the book of Sirach, 2 and verse number 12. Right, actually, let's start at verse 11. Bible shot.
Right, the book of Sirach, chapter 2, and verse number 11.
Right?
For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in time of affliction.
Right, and the Most High, right, brothers got to trust in the Lord, man. Right? Where was any time that any of our forefathers were ever forsaken at all, man? Right, the Lord has always delivered our forefathers that were in affliction, man. Right, Daniel out of the den of lions, man. Right, he delivered Ezekiel, man, Isaiah, right, the prophets of old, right, David, many times, man, right, Abraham, right, the Lord has always delivered our forefathers, right, out of affliction, right, read on.
Woe be to the fearful hearts, and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways.
Right, so if you're faint, man, and fearful, man, right, then the Lord is going to let you be given over unto woe, which is what? Destruction, death, ruin, peril. Read on.
Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended.
Right, and therefore, right, shall he not be defended, man. Right, so if you're fearful, man, you're faint-hearted, man. Right, the Most High, he's not going to defend you, man. Right, to send those angels to safeguard you, man. To set forth the hedge of protection, man. Right, because you're not trusting in him, man. Right, you're trusting in your own so-called flesh, your own demons, right? That's plaguing you and bugging you out. Read on.
Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you?
Right.
They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his way.
Right, so if you love the Most High, right, then you are going to keep his way, man, to keep the charge, man. Right, but if you're fearful, you're faint-hearted, man, you're going to be given wholly over to that destruction. Right, brothers, guys.
Come, let's go to Genesis chapter 26 and verse number 17.
The book of Genesis, chapter 26 and verse number 17. And Isaac departed thence and pitched his tent in the valley of Gerar and built there. And Isaac digged again the well of water.
Right, and that was a lot of work for Isaac and his servants to dig that well of water. Read.
Which they had digged in the days of Abraham his father. For the Philistines had stopped them.
Right, so he didn't get discouraged. See, they stopped the well many times. See, Isaac could have got discouraged. He said, nah, the hell with this. I keep digging these wells. I'm doing all this hard work, all this dedication, and it's all for naught. And the brother could be reading, praying, fasting, be dealing with the same demons, the same plagues. Nothing ever seems to get better. And you can just throw in the towel and say, man, forget this, man. I'm always out in the rain, I'm getting scoffed at, laughed at. Nothing's breaking, nothing's helping. Right, we going?
For the Philistines had stopped them after the death of Abraham. And he called their names after the names by which his father had called them.
Right.
And Isaac's servants digged in the valley and found there a well of spring water.
Right, so they got closed up the first time. They moved abroad and started digging again with more hard work. And then what did the Most High do? He opened up a spring of living waters. Right, Bruno?
And the herd of Gerar did strive Isaac's herd.
Right, these are spirits. Yeah, this is a physical account, but it's like every single time you hard work, you set your hand for something, Satan's slamming the door. Satan's casting away something. Everything you do to work hard with something, it seems like it never lasts. Right, Bruno?
Saying, the water is ours. And he called the name of the well Esek, because they strove with him. And they digged another well.
No, he gave up.
And they digged another well.
He said, the hell with this.
And he digged another well.
He digged another well, man. This is dedication. This is hard work. So after he got closed 2 times, the third time he digged another well. Read.
And strove for that also. And he called the name of it Sidnah. And he removed from thence and digged another well.
And dig another well, man. See, this was a carnal man that's of the world. His mind wasn't strong. And he didn't want to continue to build. He would have said, the hell with this, man. See, somebody may build something carnal like a bookcase, right? Then it caved in. Then he may build it again. Maybe by the 3rd time, you start thinking, well, maybe I'm not a builder. Maybe these instruments I'm using, maybe I got to reevaluate this. Maybe I shouldn't be building. Maybe this is a sign from the Most High. See, the more things start to close in your face, it'll discourage man in his faith. Right, you know?
And for that they strove not, and he called the name of it Rehoboth. And he said, for now the Lord hath made room for us, and we shall be fruitful in the land.
Right, that was a real strong spirit to have to dig that many times, to get to the fourth time plus to say, you know what, now the Most High have mercy upon me. Jump to verse 24.
Come. Verse number 24. And the Lord appeared unto him the same night, and said, I am the God of Abraham, thy father, fear not.
He told him to fear not. Meaning the Lord saw all those times that he did the well. He had hard work. He continued in the work that he may get an increase. See, a lot of people, they just banking on faith, but they don't got no works, right? The door won't get closed 1,000 times. Or you may dig, you may try to do things you need to through the Spirit, but you have to continue to go hard for the Lord that you may get an increase and blessing at the latter end. Right, Rudolph?
For I am with thee, and will bless thee, and multiply thy seed for my servant Abraham's sake.
That's the last point, verse 25.
And he builded an altar there, and he called upon the name of the Lord, and pitched his tent there. And there Isaac's servants digged a well.
They was tired of digging.
Isaac's servants digged a well.
And they continue to do the work, man. They continue to dig. They continue to seek for water. That's spiritual, man. See, if you can't get water the first and second time, or things are hard for you, that mean you stop through the Spirit.
That's right. That's right. Let's go back to 2 Corinthians, the 4th chapter. Right? Read verse number 1 again. Right? So these are beautiful accounts. Right? 2 Corinthians 4 and 1.
2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse number 1. Therefore, seeing we have this ministry, as we have received mercy, we faint not.
You do what?
We faint not.
Why you faint not? Huh? Right, go on.
But have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty, now walking in craftiness, nor handling the word of God deceitfully, but by manifestation of the truth, commending ourselves to every man's conscience in the sight of Jehovah.
Right, meaning as a minister of the Lord, you're sincere. Right? The teaching and the work that you're doing is sincere, and the people are going to see that in their conscience, and you're going to have that in your conscience. Right? You don't want to be out here being a servant of the Most High just so people can see you. Right? Like brother said, I'm not teaching unless the camera's out there, man. Right? I'm only teaching when we buy, man. Other than that, you think I'm going to be out there with y'all niggas out there in the cold? Call me when it's 75 degrees and up, man. I'll be out there and I'll be real money. Right? That's an off spirit to have, man. You don't see the brother unless it's 75 degrees and up, man. You want to have a spirit when you out there and you're sincere, man. Right? And you're literally out there to feed the flock and to teach them. Right? Like you don't want to have brothers up ready to learn, and then you want to go into the book of Daniel, the 9th chapter. They got questions on how to pray, how to fast, how to read. You say, well, hold on. Who's Artaxerxes? Right? You know who Artaxerxes is? You look like you know who Artaxerxes is. Right? Let's show who Artaxerxes is. Show this young man who Artaxerxes is, man. Give him a run for his money. Right? And he put his head down, man. No, you want to be able to be sincere in this truth, man. A lot of us come to the truth, they want to flex. They knowledge, man, and understanding. We're not here to flex our knowledge and understanding, man, because it's not ours, it's the Most High's. Right. And if you wealthy, unruly, the Most High is going to take it away from you, man. And you give a damn car to a kid, man, and he starts doing damn donuts and doing, hey, look, give me the keys back, man. You're not ready for this yet. So the Lord will do that with the knowledge, man. He'll give you this knowledge. If you unruly and dishonest, he'll take it from you because you're not ready for it yet, man. Your spirit ain't right. Right? So read on 2 Corinthians 4.
Come. Verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost.
All right, read.
In whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Mashiach, who is the image of Yahweh, should shine unto them.
And you may wonder why people don't get the truth, because they have been blinded by the God of this world. Who's the God of this world? Satan. Real quick, go to the classic, Isaiah 6 and 9. Right? The God of this world has blinded the minds of your great grandmother Lois, man. Right? Of damn Gertrude, man. Uncle damn Willie, man. Why can't Uncle Willie get it, man? He's sweating, he's standing up all night, he's watching videos, he's pausing it. He's like, I just don't get it. And every time you teach brothers Deuteronomy 28, I don't get it. What does it mean, Egypt? And you break it down again and again. Just don't get it. What does this mean? I'll see y'all later. And you wonder why he couldn't get it, man. What the Most High don't want him to get it. Right? Read that in Isaiah 6 and 9.
Isaiah chapter 6 and verse number 9. And he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not.
Some people hear the scripture, but they never understand it.
And see indeed, but perceive not.
You show the text their head, fart and burden, and question it. Go on.
Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed.
So the question is, why did Yahushua blind them? Your brother said.
It was meant for. He didn't want to say it.
But why?
Some people got to get destroyed.
Yeah, they got to be destroyed. But read that letter in again. It says, lest they should what? Right, lest they should see and be converted. So the Most High don't want them to get it, because if they were to get the truth, they would repent and come into the truth. And the Most High don't want them to come into the truth. So everybody, he doesn't want them to come to the truth, man. Because if they get it, they're going to change. The Lord doesn't want everybody to change. Because certain people are not set up to change. That's one of what they call the harsh reality of this truth, man. You know, there are certain people that the Most High just don't want to get it. Because if they get it, they're going to be righteous. And that would mean no prophecy of destruction. There would be no 2/3. There would be no sinners. Everybody would make it. And that's a cut to Christianity, man.
Somebody gotta be the 2/3.
Yes, right. Somebody got to be the 2/3. Right? So that's the God of this world that blinded the minds of them that believe not. Right? Go back to 2 Corinthians 4. And Satan is indeed the God of this world. He is the God of Christianity. He is the God of Islam. He is the God of Hinduism and Buddhism. Right? Go on.
2 Corinthians 4 and verse number 4. In whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Mashiach, who is the image of Yahweh, should shine unto them. For we preach not ourselves, but Hamashiach Yahushua, the Lord, and ourselves, your servants, for the sake, for Yahushua's sake.
Yes, we don't preach ourselves, but we all go under the scriptures to serve the people. Read on.
For the Most High, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, has shined to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of it in the face of Yahushua Mashiach.
Right, now this is what Paul is doing is he's taking the account of Genesis and he's applying it to the truth. Right? Go to Genesis 1 and 1 and 2.
The book of Genesis.
That's why he said, it's like it says, for God who commanded the light to shine out of darkness hath shine in our hearts. So go to Genesis 1 and 2.
The book of Genesis, chapter 1 verse number 2. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep.
This is the creation. The earth was in its material, molecular stage, for lack of better terms. Without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. Read on.
And the Spirit of the Most High moved upon the face of the waters.
And the spirit, and this is happening even to this day, man. On a spiritual level, the waters represent what? The nations, our people, the sea, and the Spirit of the Most High is moving upon the face of the waters. Read on.
And the Most High said, let there be light, and there was light. And the Most
Go on.
And the Most High saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness.
Right, so the Lord did what? When you read 2 Corinthians 6, it says he commanded the light to shine out of darkness. Go to that just real quick. I believe 6 and 37, I believe. Quickly, sir.
The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 6 and verse number 37. And for my spirit was greatly set on fire, and my soul was in distress. And I said, O Lord, thou speakest from the beginning of the creation.
Right, like in Genesis, go on.
even the first day, and saidst thus, let heaven and earth be made, and thy word was made perfect.
Read.
Slucky. And thy word was a perfect word. And then was the spirit, and darkness, and silence were on every side. The sound of man's voice was not yet born. Then commandest thou a fair light to come forth of thy treasures, that thy work might appear.
That thy what?
That thy work might appear.
So that's what the Apostle Paul is referencing, man. The light that the Most High extracted out of darkness and put that same light in our hearts on a spiritual level. That the works of the Most High made appear, man. And who would know about the works of Yahweh Shai if he didn't give us that light? Nobody would know about the works of the Most High. Nobody would know about his name, his son's name, the commandments, the laws, the statutes, if the Most High didn't say let there be light on the spiritual level, man. And the Lord did say let there be light to every one of us, man. He put a flame and a fire in every one of us, and that light shines and it overrides the darkness, man. That's what Paul is referencing. The account of creation, you see it happening in these days because we've been created. And there's another creation going on. There's another Genesis, man. Through the Spirit that's happening. Where the Spirit of the Most High is over the waters, and there's darkness upon the face of our people, and the Lord has allowed light to be seen, that his works may be seen. Right?
So let's go to John chapter 12 and verse number 30. Right, verse number 30. And this shows you that Paul was being taught directly from Yahushua. Right? It shows you because he's speaking the exact same thing that Yahushua was preaching. So let's bring that up.
St. John, chapter 12, and verse number 30. Yahweh answered and said, this voice came not because of me, but for your sakes.
Right.
Now is the judgment of this world. Now shall the prince of this world be cast out.
Right, so it's the time when the Son of Man is going to expose, it's going to be a spit on the earth to show who the man of perdition is. Who runs this world, man? The earth was given to the hand of the wicked. Right? It was a dark covering over the world what, for 200, 300, 400, 500 years. Nobody knew that the so-called white man was the physical manifestation of Satan. But now that spirit is coming out, we starting to see who the most wicked is on the earth. Right? The prince of this world is being cast out. Right? They're the laughing stock in the world. Right? Keep going, kid.
And I, if I be lifted up from the earth, will draw all men unto me.
Right? That's the same thing Paul was saying. Keep going, kid.
This he said, signifying what death he should die. The people answered him, we have heard out of the law, thou must yet abide forever. And how sayest thou, the Son of Man must be lifted up? Who is this Son of Man?
Right?
Then Yahushua said unto them, yet a little while is the light with you. Walk while ye have the light, lest darkness come upon you.
So that little while the light is with you, that's how we shine. Right? And the people out there were scoffing, right? Following the ways of the Sadducees and Pharisees, right? Making false accusations against the Lord. But a small select few, like we read in Isaiah, right? Their eyes were open and they were converted. And they decided to walk with the Lord. Well, not even decided, it was programmed from the very beginning to walk with the Lord, right?
Lest darkness come upon you, for he that walks in darkness knoweth not whither he goeth.
Right.
While ye have light, believe in the light, that ye may be the children of the light.
And that's exactly what Paul was saying. Right? That's exactly word for word what Paul was saying through the mouth of Yahushua. You are the children of the light if you believe in the light. If you believe the things that the Lord said. If you believe the writings and the miracles that the Lord has done, you're the physical manifestation of the children of the light. Where there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Because those who hear it are truly going to walk and do what the Lord is saying.
Right. And quick point. Darkness always comes before light, man.
Right.
And anything, man. Darkness always comes before light. And that's why one quick precept, go to 1 Thessalonians 5 and 5 real quick. Right? 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and 5.
The book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, and verse number 5. And ye are the children of the light,
Read that again.
Ye are all the children of the light.
Right, ye are all the children of light.
And the children of the day. We are not of the light, of the night, nor of
And
darkness.
that goes back to the creation, huh? Right? The children of the day and the children of the night. Right? There was darkness upon the face of the deep, and the Lord created the children of light. Now, Genesis, that's a different light, but in the spirit, you see how that's about us on a spiritual level, huh? So don't just read Genesis and just chalk it up to the ancient times and the creation, but all things can be applied for our learning to this day, huh? That's why the law is spiritual. All things, the brothers wanted to account of Isaac and the account of Genesis, the account of Jacob, all things can be applied to your life. But you got to seek it out and understand how it fits in your life, right? Right? So that creation is deep. So you either have the children of the light, or you have the children of what? The darkness. Right? The Lord called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and the evening and the morning were the first day. Huh? So go back to 2 Corinthians, the 4th chapter.
2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse number 6 again. For the Most High, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, have shined in our hearts.
Have what?
Have shined in our hearts.
And he lit our candle, our fire, in our minds. Read on.
To give the light of the knowledge of the glory of Yahweh in the face of Yahweh Mashiach. But we
So why did the Lord give us this light? To do what? It's telling you right there. Right? To give the light of the knowledge of the glory of God. You didn't get this light to be selfish. You didn't get this light to rest on it and see things for yourself. You were given this light to give this light to others. That's why the scripture says, let your light so shine before men, that they see your good works. Read on.
But we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of the power may be of the Most High, and not us.
Right, and that's why we don't get no glory in this, right? No matter how much your brother may say you broke it down, you taught me something. What do we always say? All praise to the Lord. Time you heard a brother say some praises to the Most High? No, you never heard a brother say some praises to the Most High, some praises to me. That's wicked, huh?
All praise me.
Yeah, you got brothers saying, look, man, I'm extremely mighty. Who said this? I also am mighty on the earth, huh? Nicanor said that, huh? He said, I also. Yeah, the Most High is mighty, but I'm also mighty on the earth, huh? What a proud double, huh? Yeah, look at all these breakdowns I got, huh? The Most High to teach me. I really dug this out myself, huh? Right? Next time I teach y'all bow down to me when I teach, huh? Move out the way when you see me passing by, right? That's a wicked spirit to have, huh? All glory goes to Yahweh Shem Shah.
That's right.
The Lord called us, what he calls earthen vessels. How many times has brother broke a glass, a plate, a vase? Every brother's done it, huh? That's how fragile our lives are, huh? That's how weak man is. Easily broken. So what glory do you have as something that can break and be destroyed, huh? Go back to, read on to 2 Corinthians 4.
Verse 8. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not good. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Cast down, but not destroyed. Always,
Sometimes.
always bearing about in the body the dying of the Lord, Yahushua, that the life also of Yahushua might be made manifest in our.
So you're always, not sometimes, not just on Shabbat. It says always bearing about in the dying of the Lord Yahushua. Go to Philippians, the first chapter. Right? Philippians chapter 1 and verse number 19. It says that the light also in Yahushua might be made manifest in our body. When brothers see you, they should see Yahushua. They shouldn't see you as the old man that you were. They should see you and say, wow, this brother's moving just like Yahushua. Look at the sacrifice he's doing. Look at the endurance of this brother. Look at him love people. No brother should see you and see the old you, huh? They should see you and see Yahushua, huh? A lot of brothers say that when I'm supposed to look at my brother, I'm supposed to shut.
Right.
And it's hard to do that when your brother isn't trying to be like Yahushua. You see him for who he is, man. You can't force to look at a brother as if he's the Lord, man. If he's Rel, Tony, Jamal, right? If he's all these wild, weird names in the world, How are you ever going to see him as Yahushua, bro? He's still smoking the blunt. He still can't control his temper. You're going to see him for who he is, bro. But see us, they should see us in the spirit of Yahushua, huh? Right? Read Philippians, and it says always bearing about in our body the dying of our Lord Yahushua. Your life is always a sacrifice. You're always sacrificing your time to do the work. You're always sacrificing sleep. You're sacrificing your health. You're sacrificing your peace. Sometimes you sacrifice your sanity, man. You be stressed the hell out, huh? You have a family and your jobs and stuff, and you'll sacrifice your mental sanity to bear about and juggle 1,000 things, man. Churches and work, the work of the Lord, huh? Right? So read that real quick.
Philippians, the 1 in verse 19. For I know that this shall turn to my salvation through your prayer and the supply of Yahushua HaMashiach, according to my earnest expectation. Hope that in nothing I shall be ashamed, but that with all boldness, as always, so now also HaMashiach shall be magnified in my body, whether it be by life or by death.
Whether it be by life or by death. So you see the spirit that Yahushua was like that's a spirit that the Apostle Paul was in, huh? Right? You see the spirit that the Apostle Paul was in. He said that Yahushua will be magnified in his body, whether it be by life or by death, huh? So even if you have to die for this truth, guess what? Brothers should still see you and see Yahushua. Look at that brother. He's locked up in prison like Yahushua. Right? He's sacrificing his life like Yahushua. There are times Yahushua didn't get no sleep, huh? There was times Yahushua prayed all night in Luke the 6th chapter. All night, huh? Yahushua healed the people, taught the people, rebuked the people. He actually whooped people's ass, man. He went into the temple and flipped over tables, man. And they needed that. He harshly rebuked people. These are the things that we look at when we read the Gospels and ask yourself, am I doing these things? Right? And again, don't just be the brother that's searching out the in-depth breakdowns and the secrets. Lord, please, send me back to the time of Daniel. I want to see what Daniel saw. Right? I want to see the 7 heads and 10 horns for myself. I have to see it. Just have to see it. God help me. Right? You don't want to have that spirit, right? Just lusting after that, man. Instead of learning how to be like Yahushua. Brother, put the book of Revelation down for a minute and read the book of Matthew, man. Read the book of John. See how Yahushua lived and ask yourself, am I doing these things, man? Right?
Come, let's go to 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse number 12. Right? That's a mighty point, man. Brothers definitely desire wisdom, man. But desire to be a stoic. Desire to be someone who battles adversity and glorifies in the Lord. It goes back to what Gabar brought up in Psalm the 2nd chapter. Right? If you got faint-hearted and weak hands, the Lord not going to defend you. Right. How much more if you suffering, catching hell back to back to back to back, and all you can do is praise the Lord? How much more do you think that the Lord is going to fight for you in that day of visitation? Right, bring that up, man.
1 Peter chapter 4, verse number 12. Beloved, think in that strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you.
Right, so don't strange when you start catching hell. All 4 of your tires just happen to go flat. Right, you look at your phone bill, it went from $150 a month to now you owe $2,500 out of nowhere. Right, you tripping forward, now you twisted your ankle, you can't walk. Right, don't think it's strange when these things happen. Right, it's not strange because it happens to Gabar, it happened to Narcom, it happened to Ryan, it happened to every brother in here. Right, you're not the only one who catches hell. Right, keep going, kid.
But rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of HaMashiach's suffering.
So you gotta rejoice, because you're partaking the same thing that our Lord went through. Right, it may not be on that magnitude as of yet, because it's gonna come a time when you want to choose. Right, that outward temptation is gonna come. But you're partaking the Lord's suffering, man. The Lord had to deal with anxiety. He was sweating blood. Right, he was begging the other apostles to stay up with him. You don't think he was vexed? Right, they got these new psychology terms. Right. He had anxiety. Right. he had a mental anguish. Whatever they be saying, right? Those people be paying $500 an hour to talk to them and they just make some words up.
It wasn't in this place.
Right. He didn't have a safe place. Right. He didn't have a moment to count to 10 and rethink. Right? We all go through that, man. All go through that. You worried about your family, you worried about bills, you worried about health, you worried about Babylon falling if you're going to be part of the elect. It's a whole bunch of different things you can think about. That's the same thing our Lord was dealing with. The same type of suffering that we have to go through. Right?
That when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy.
Right?
If ye be reproached for the name of Mashiach, happy are ye.
So you should be happy when people talk about, there go those Israelites again. There go those people who call themselves Jews. Because the Lord is being magnified, man. Because nobody equates Christians to God anymore. Nobody does that. Every time you think about the Lord, you think about the Israelites. Right? And that's truly how it is, man. Oh, I don't got time to hear that because I know that ain't my God. Well, there we go. The Lord is being magnified because he's separating the wheat from the tare right there, man. Every time you think about the Lord, the Israelites think about or brought up. Subconsciously, whether it be people say it, whether it be shown, right? It's always going to be like that, even more as we approach the day of the Lord, right?
Slow. Happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of the Most High rests upon you on their part, as he is evil spoken of, but on your part, he is glorified.
Right? So it's a perfect balance with the Lord. On the right-hand side, he's being glorified, and on the people on the left-hand side of this world, the Lord is being evil spoken of. Right? We're being evil spoken of the same way that they spoke about our Lord.
Quick precept, Sirach 27 and 5. Oh, sure. What?
Right, the book of Sirach, chapter 27 and verse number 5. The furnace proveth the potted vessel.
Right. Right, so the furnace is going to prove the vessel. Right, if you have a so-called vessel of clay, right, a so-called a vessel of mud, and these things are going to crumble, man. Right, a vessel of wood, right, these things are burned up, man. Right, these things have become corrupted, destroyed, man. Right, but if you put in that gold and that silver, man, right, these things will become purified, man, strengthened, stronger, man. Right, these are top metals, man. Right, we going?
So the trial of man is in his reasoning.
Right, so the trial of man is in his reason, man. All men, right, women and children, and it's true that have to go through a furnace. Right, you all have to go through an adversity. Right, there's no so-called as they say in the world, a participation trophy, man. Right. Where everyone gets a ribbon, everyone gets a vote in the truth, man. Right? Either you're in this thing and you're going to push solely right towards the end goal of this race, man. Right? Or you're going to be utterly burnt up, man, with all your works. Right? You know?
The fruit declared if the tree had been dressed, so is the utterance of a conceit in the heart of man.
Right, we don't
praise no man before thou hearest him speak, for this is the trial of men.
Right, and for this is the trial of man, man. Right, so you do either be that so-called tree, man. Right, it may so-called start to grow, and it may look as they say beautiful, right, glorious, man. Right, you got things like the so-called the cherry blossoms. Right, they only come right for a so-called season, right? Right, but after a period of time, right, they all what? They all blow away, man, destroy, right? That's to be seen right for a year or two, etc. Right, but cast away, right? And then you got those strong oak trees, man, right, which take time, right, but are rooted, grounded, and planted, man, right, and they can endure the harsh winter, man. Right, they can endure the heat of the so-called summer, right? They can endure the strong rains of spring, right? The fall, right? But these are all the trials of men, right? That go through, right? That first of the verse,
Come, let's go to the mighty book of Galatians, chapter 6, and verse number 17.
Henceforth, let no man trouble me, for I bear in my body the marks of the Lord Yahushua.
All right, so when you saw Paul, when you saw what he went through, man, you see certain people that got burned with fire, they got oil and scabs to prove, man. Certain people that are boxers, they got certain scars, they got cauliflower ear, right? They looked all jammed up, broken bones. See, a lot of people, you can tell they've been through things, man. See, Paul, when you looked at him, you can see the marks of him being stoned. You can see all of the flesh being whipped, right? He got whipped above measure. You saw those things that Paul went through, man. He said, I bear in my body. So when Paul says always bearing about in the body, you got to really see that spiritually, mentally, right? All of these different things you go through. Paul said, man, I count that as a joy. So a lot of people that wear a chain, a new hat, and they say, well, look at this, look at that, look at my new kicks. Look at this, look at that. And Paul was glorying in his infirmities. He was glorying in the different whip marks and the different things that troubled his flesh that he was going through, man. That's a beautiful crown, really, when you have to bear about in the body for the Lord. Go to the book of Acts chapter 5 and verse number 4. Acts chapter 5 and verse number 4.
Acts to the 3rd and verse number 4. Well, it remained, was it
Acts
necessary?
chapter 5 and verse number 4.
Acts 5 and verse 40. And to him they agreed, and when they had called the apostles and beaten them.
Right, they beat him. See, in the 4th chapter, they got away, right, from getting beat, because they didn't want to uproar the people, right, because they didn't want to get stoned. See, they were always plotting how to destroy, whoop, and kill the apostles. Oh, we read the book of Acts. But now they called them in the 5th chapter. Right, read that again.
Come. And to him they agreed, and when they had called the apostles and beaten them, they commanded that they should not speak in the name of Yahushua.
Right, and that's spiritual. Right, because you'll catch hell and tribulation. These demons will make sure they make a way to sift you out that you don't call on that name, man. The more you call on that name, the more you're going to have mercy for the Most High. The more the Lord is going to partner and help you, right, to remove demons and spirits and troubles. So when you call upon the name of the Lord, it's a damn earthquake that happen, man. Like we said yesterday at camp, them 42 sheep bearers come up out of the wilderness. When you call upon that name, there's salvation and hope. That's why they didn't want the name to be called on. They didn't want them to believe on the miracles. They didn't want the things that happened to spread throughout Jerusalem. Right, we all?
And let them go. And they departed from the presence of the council, rejoicing that they were counted worthy to suffer shame for his name.
And that's a beautiful spirit. That'll deter a lot of brothers when they get whipped, thrown in jail, choked out, strangled. A lot of brothers will fall back from camp, bro. God forbid it's a brother in Israel, when things start to heat up, that he just throws his fringes down, casts his Bible down, shaves his beard, and goes back in the world. I never thought it would be like this. Where's the Lord's mercy? I thought that this wasn't going to be me. Right? These things have come upon the weak, and those men are going to cast down the spirit and confidence in the Most High. Right, we don't?
And daily in the temple and in every house, they cease not to teach and preach Yahushua.
They cease not to teach and preach the Most High. So when Peter got locked up, he got right out and started teaching. When they got whooped and beat, they started teaching again. Right in Acts the 4th chapter, right, they commanded them not to speak. They kept speaking. So this is the type of spirit of a strong mentality that you have to have, bearing about constantly, no matter what happens to you. Let's go back to 2 Corinthians, the 4th chapter.
2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 11. For we which live are always delivered unto death.
Or what?
Are always delivered unto death.
Any given day, man. We're always delivered unto death, man. Esau, they'll kick your damn door down, man. They can roll up at camp any given second. We're always victimized, man. We've always been. Right? Read on.
For Yahushua said that the life also of Yahushua might be made manifest in our mortal flesh. So then, death worketh in us, but life in you.
What is this truth about?
Death worketh in us, but life in you.
What does that mean, death worketh in us and life in you? Meaning, we're willing to die and catch hell that you can receive the truth. The only way that people can be made alive is through what? Through pain. All of us, we have mothers. There's not one mother that didn't go through pain, that didn't catch hell in order for life to be made manifest, man. Same it is with brothers in his knowledge, sisters in his knowledge. It says death worketh in us, but life in you. And brothers do feel death, man. Right? Brothers got physical ailments we're talking about, back hurting, knee swelled up, brothers can barely stand. Some brothers can barely sit, man. Stiffed up and old and young and broken down. But we're doing that so people can receive life. Same thing that was going on in the church of Corinth. Read on.
We having the same spirit of faith, according as it is written. I believe, and therefore have I spoken. We also believe, and therefore speak.
You know, we believe and keep it to ourselves.
We also believe, and therefore speak.
So that means you got to do the work of the Most High. If you believe in Yahweh Shem Shah, you got to speak Yahweh Shem Shah. Not just I believe in Yahweh Shem Shah and it lays a treasure in my heart, man. And this is my secret. Give me Job 6 and 10. This ain't a secret, man. It is in the spirit, but when you know it, you give it to your people, man. Right. Give me Job 6 and 10, Bible for sure. It says, I believe, therefore have I spoken. We also believe, and therefore speak. That's in the Psalms. Psalms chapter 116, when you read that. So read that real quick, King.
The book of Job, chapter 6, and verse number 10. Then should I yet have comfort. Yea, I would harden myself in sorrow. Let him not spare, for I have not concealed the words of the holy.
I have not concealed the words of the Holy One. Right? You want to have confidence to say that, man. Then the Apostle Paul said, I have declared unto you the gospel, paraphrasing, man. So don't be the brother that believes in this truth, but he doesn't speak the truth. He doesn't want to ruffle the feathers, man. He doesn't want to get on people's bad side. He doesn't want to make the brother Lavacot feel bad, man. Right? He doesn't want to make the brother Nakamaya upset, man. Right? He doesn't want to offend it. He doesn't want to talk to the sheep out there because they knew him in the world, and he doesn't want that stigma of being a Hebrew Israelite attached to him, man. So, brother, when these men come up in the world, he heard, I gotta go to the bathroom. Right? You see them walking up to the camp. Go, hold my spot for me real quick. And he goes to the bathroom, man. And he peeks around the damn I'm good spot, man. And until they leave, he comes back. All right, and act like nothing happened, man. Oh, I thought they'd never see me, man. Right? You don't want to have that spirit, man. If you believe in this, you got to be willing to die for this, man. Go back to 2 Corinthians, the 4th chapter, and verse number 14.
2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse number 14. Knowing that he which raised up the Lord Yahushua shall raise up us also by Yahushua, and shall present us with you. For all things are for your sakes.
The Lord say,
for all things are for your sakes.
All things are for your sakes, man. All things are for what? For the edification of the church, man. All things have always been for your sakes, man. All the things that Nehemiah did, it was all for Jerusalem, man. All the things the Apostle Paul did, it was all for the church. All the things that Moses did, Samuel did, our forefathers did. When was it ever about Moses? When was it the Moses part? Right? When did Moses say, glorify me? When did Samuel say, glorify me? All of our righteous prophets and kings, all their life and heart and soul was dedicated unto who? Right, and to us. Right, Yahweh Shem Shah ultimately and to us, man. Right, and that's the spirit that you want to have. You want to have the spirit where all things that you do are for your sakes, man. Right, that's why we don't sleep now. We want to sleep, man. We get up early. We labor, brothers drive, brothers do, the things that we do because we do it for the church. And brothers have to have that same spirit, man. Right? This life, when you come into this truth, your life is no longer yours, man. Right? Your life now belongs to Yahweh Shem Shah. Right? And the decisions that you make can't be about you. They all have to be first and foremost about the church. Right? Just like if you got children, man. If you got children, all your decisions are about your family, man. How am I going to set my family up for success? Right? When you was 15, 16, 17, you could do things about you, man. But when you have responsibilities that the Most High gives you, now it's about the church. Go to 1 Peter 5 and 1 real quick. 1 Peter 5 and 1.
The book of 1 Peter, chapter 5, and verse number 1.
So if you're a servant of the Most High, you have to be selfless. You have to be selfless, man. Can we get that definition by Bashar? My brother got a minute. So, right? Let's get 1 Peter 5:1. Then we'll read that definition.
1 Peter chapter 5 and verse number 1. The elders which are among you I exhort, who am also an elder, and a witness of the sufferings of Mashiach, and also a partaker of the glory that shall be revealed.
It's a cold statement right there, man. Right? Read that again.
Come. And a witness of the sufferings of God, the elders which are among you, I exhort.
He exhorted the elders. He encouraged the elders. Read on.
Who am also an elder.
Right, he was an elder too. Read.
And a witness of the sufferings of Mashiach.
He was a witness. He's an eyewitness to what Yahushua went through, man. Imagine being an actual eyewitness, man. You literally walked and saw what the Lord went through, the sufferings. Read on.
And also a partaker of the glory that shall be revealed.
Read.
Feed the flock of Yahweh.
Feed myself.
Feed the flock of Yahweh.
Don't just feed me and my children.
Feed the flock of
I
Yahweh.
gotta feed the church, man. That's why it says I believe and therefore I speak. If you're not feeding the flock, you got a problem. It's a problem right there. Read on.
Which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a right mind.
Right, what does it mean, Slakia? Taking the oversight thereof. Oversight means what? Right, to look over. Literally, to look over. Right? That's what the job of a bishop, the job of a deacon, the job is to assess the estate of the flock and take the oversight. It says not by constraint. When somebody constrains you to do something, then what? They force you. A brother shouldn't have to force you and chain you up to make you take care of the flock. Right? Damn, you gotta fight a brother to make him come to camp. You gotta damn kick the brother door down and drag him out of the bed and dress him as he screams. And he runs around the house, man, like a toddler, man. And you catch him, come here, and you put his fringes on. Oh, no. And you put his arm through there, and you lace his boots up, and you put him in his damn, buckle him up, and he's trying to get out. And you shouldn't have to do that, huh? Damn, you got to pick the brother up and carry him to camp. Hold post right here, he run away. It shouldn't have to be like that, man. Shouldn't have like you're dealing with a 2-year-old. A brother should willingly want to take care of the church, man. Willingly had that mentality. Not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind. So we're not in this truth. We don't have the Amos and the Riot Corp, right? Corporation. They receive 97% of all your annual earnings. And the other 3%, Gabar and Naquam split into the Gabar and Naquam LLC. So we take the other 3% of your federal income tax return. And no, we're not dealing with that, right? We're not sitting up there. This isn't for filthy lucre's sake, right?
Right.
Like Samuel said, I haven't taken from you. What have I taken from you? That's what he said. Right? Brothers ain't asking for money out of your pockets, man. I need 30. Every first of the month. If I don't see $30, man, you out the camp. That's wicked, man. Extortion. Brother pat his pockets and you stuff your hand in his pockets, man. And take whatever you want to take. That's the Hophni and Phineas spirit. They was just sticking a damn fork and saying, I'll take it. Go to 1 Samuel real quick. And they were just taking stuff by force, man.
Going through the socks.
Right. Going through his damn socks, man. You need his routing number and who's the other one? His account number, right. You need his routing number and his checking number, man. Pay stubs, first 2 weeks pay stubs. He can't join the camp unless he makes $50,000, $75,000 a year. You need them pay stubs. You gotta do an application, run a background check, financial counseling, right, credit check. If his credit score ain't 650 and up, then we got a problem. That brother can't join the camp, man. That brother need good credit, man. We got bills. Right? Brother got car notes and stuff like that. Read 1 Samuel, right? Yeah, you got it. It's the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 8, and verse number 1. And it came to pass, when Samuel was old, that he made his sons judges over Israel. Now the names of his firstborn were Joel,
and the name of his second, Abiah, they were judges in Beersheba. And his sons walked not in his ways, but turned aside after lucre, and took bribes and perverted judges. It's wickedness, man. And Samuel was righteous. And you don't think Samuel taught his sons? Right. But guess what, man? Your sons are going to do what they want to do. Right? Every man got to work out their own salvation. Real quick, go to 1 Samuel as well. 3rd chapter. Right? 1 Samuel chapter 3. And we can start at verse. So I can bear with me. I want actually select 1 Samuel. I want Hophni and Phineas. Bear with me. Is that 2? Kind of you bring that up. 1 Samuel chapter 2. We can start at 22.
1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse number 22. Now Eli was very old and heard.
Actually, no. Start at I want 12. 1 Samuel 2 and 12.
1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse number 12. Now the sons of Eli were sons of Belial.
The sons of the devil. Read.
They knew not the Lord. And the priest's custom with the people was that when any man offered sacrifice, the priest's servants came, while the flesh was in seething, with a flesh hook of 3 teeth in his hand.
So he would come in while it was boiling, he would take the meat out for the sacrifice. Read on.
And he struck it into the pan, or kettle, or cauldron, or pot. All that the flesh brought up, the priest took for himself.
Right? Now jump to verse 16.
Verse number 16. And if any man said unto him,
So they were strong armed in the sacrifices. Here's what these wicked men said.
let them not fail to burn the fat presently, and then take as much as thy soul desireth. Then he would answer him, Nay, but thou shalt give it me now. And if not,
And if what?
And if not, I will take it by force.
I will do what?
I will take it by
He
force.
said, hold on, just let the sacrifice get done. Just wait. Let the burn the fat, let's go through it. And he said, shut up. We taking it by force. These were priests. Strong army, huh? Right, they said if not, we're going to take it by force, man. So, and you had Samuel's sons down with harlots, man. You can't be in this truth for money. If you're in this truth for money, you're going to fall out with this truth. You're going to die over money, huh? Wherewithal a man sinneth, by the same shall he be punished, man. Right? So go back to that in First Peter 5 and read 3. So not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind. You want to have a mind that cares for the flock. If you're in this truth trying to collect money from the congregation to feed your damn horse that you just bought, man, that's madness, man. You got all these wild expenses in your mind, and you're looking for ways for the church to take care of the stuff that you buy. Your Jaguar, your damn horse you bought. You want to take your woman to the Bahamas?
Church of Caicos.
Yeah, right, huh? Right, read that.
1 Peter 5 and verse number 3. Neither as being lords over the Most High's heritage, but being examples to the flock.
You can't be a lord over the brother. You can't grab 88 by the damn ear, man, and say, hold post right here, man. You damn grabbing the brother by his ear, man. That's wicked, man. You yoking. There was a brother in the camp that fixed the brother's collar, man. He said, no. And he tried to fix the brother's collar, man. That's, we're not lording over brothers, man. Right? You tell him to tie my shoe, man. An elder said that was an account, man. One of the top generals said, tie my shoe. And the brother, he got down and he tied his shoe and he slipped up. His hands were slippery, had Vaseline. He had to take his shoe off and then tie his other shoe again. And then the brother, that's not how I want it. Double knot, right? Twist knot. And then he had to twist it again and he had to tie his damn shoe, man. That's lording over the heritage of the church, man. Brother, get his plate for the Shabbat. Stick your hand in his damn food and take what you want to take. Right? Knock his plate over. Right? Go back to 1 Peter. Read on in 5. 5 and verse number 8.
Verse 4.
Right.
And when the chief shepherd shall appear, ye shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away.
So if you you are a shepherd to the flock, when the chief shepherd appears, then you'll receive a crown of glory for being a shepherd to the people. So go back to 2 Corinthians 4. Don't be a wicked shepherd, man. Leaving the flock astray, man. You see a brother battling with a demon in lust, you say, that's his problem. I'm glad it's not me. Right? Go back to 2 Corinthians 4.
2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse number 15. For all things are for your sakes.
That's for our sakes.
For your sakes.
Read.
That the abundant grace might, through the thanksgiving of many, redound to the glory of Yahweh, for which cause we faint not. But though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day.
Well, that's heavy, man. Because you get older, your bones deteriorate, you might get arthritis, you got damn gray hairs, liver spots, moles, damn, and your feet swelling up, and your outward man perishes, man. But the inward man should be renewed day by day. Meaning your spirit should be rejuvenated, made young again every day. You should be a better Israelite than you were the previous day. And if that's not your goal, then I don't know what your goal is. If you're not striving to be better than what you were yesterday, man. Yeah, your outward man can never get better, man. You're going to get old. You can't go back in time. You can never be young again. You can never go back and be damn 15, 20 again. But you can in the spirit. You can be born again every day, man. Last time I checked, the Apostle Paul said, but I die daily in 1 Corinthians, man. So we're supposed to die daily and be born again daily, right? Read on.
For our light affliction.
No, it's heavy.
For our light affliction.
Fall out.
For our light affliction.
Whatever you're going through right now, it's light affliction. Whatever you're going through. Whatever. Now you can say, well, no, not me, my situation. Like, no, it is light. That's what the Lord said. You're not a pilgrim on the earth yet. You're not in a FEMA camp. Your head ain't looking at a guillotine. You're not dead. Right? You're going through light affliction. Go on.
Which is but for a moment, bringing for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
One more time.
While we look not at the things which are seen.
Go to Genesis real quick, 19 and 26. Let's get the class. Who looked at the things that were seen? Lot's wife, right? She was looking at the things that were seen. Stop looking at the things that are going to be destroyed, right? These things are temporal. They're only here for a moment of time. Right? Your car, your job, your bank account, your money, your finances, your worldly family. You're worried about things that are temporary. It makes no sense, man. You should be focused on the things that are eternal, right? Salvation, right? You should be looking at the stuff that you see and envision it being destroyed, man. You should envision yourself with a crown on your head, man. Ruling over 10 cities. Stop envisioning yourself in the latest Jordans that are about to come out, man. And the latest damn Gucci, man. Or a new Mitra you're going to have. Think about the crown you're going to have, a scepter you're going to have. You're supposed to have a heavenly, kingly mentality, man. Looking at what's to come and not what's here. Read that in Genesis 19 and 26.
Genesis chapter 19 and verse number 26. But his wife looked back.
But his what?
But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt.
She became a pillar of salt, destroyed. Like that. All she did was look back. And why did she look as Lot? When you read the 13th chapter of Genesis, Lot wasn't a poor man. Lot had a lot of wealth, man. He had a lot of riches. And she was missing out on those riches. Missing out on all of that wealth. Missing out on all of the comfortability that she had. The comfort she had. And she was willing to die than rather to be uncomfortable. And a lot of brothers are willing to die rather than be uncomfortable, right? That's what we're talking about, brothers that don't work. They don't want to. We're talking about brothers that don't want to labor. Brothers that want to sit on a behind. They're willing to be comfortable and die than to be uncomfortable and live. And that mentality, and that's a worldly, childish mentality, right? So back to 2 Corinthians 4. While we look not at the things which are seen,
but at the things which are not seen.
What's not seen? Kingdom, what else? Chariots, what else? Servants. What else? Slaves.
You said what? Spiritual bodies. What else? Immortality. What else? Ruling over the many nations. You said what? Crowns. What else? This place being destroyed. What else? Don't tell me we ran out of things. Spiritual power. What else? Second coming. What else? Chariots. What else? We said chariots already. Royal garments. What else? What is that? You said what? Living forever. What else? Even kissing the boo. What else? Crystal glass. All of the different foundations. All of the different. What else? What else is there? Glad masters being restored. Streets of gold. Your house shine the throne. You said the law in your inward parts. What else? You said what? A word with only righteous Jacob.
Praising the Lord 24/7.
Praising the Lord 24/7. What else? What else?
No more Esau.
No more Edomites. Ruling wars. What else?
Heathens in captivity.
Heathens in captivity. What else?
Family in order.
Families in what else?
Feast days that's always going on.
Feast days. You won't be able to keep the 8-day feast. Now I gotta go to work. I gotta go to work on Wednesday. Your homeland, huh?
Sitting down with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Sitting down with Abraham, Isaac, hey, fresh waters,
Right,
man.
Hebrew.
Speaking of Hebrew, fresh foods, man, that you'll be able to eat, huh? What else? Your own vineyard. We ran out of things. Palm trees.
Your little ones become a nation.
Your little ones becoming a nation.
Never going off again.
Never going off again. I see the uttermost parts of the earth. Uttermost parts of the earth. No sicknesses and ailments.
Having my own wine.
Having your own wine. That's all?
Generation 1,000 years.
Generation for 1,000 years.
Thousands of see the house of many mansions.
The house of many mansions. You're right. Somebody said that the Lord in inward parts. No more what? No more tears. No more pain.
Trying to mine as a pet.
No more hospitals. Lions as a pet. No more banks. No more debt. No more taxes. No more tiredness. Back don't hurt. No more oppression. No police. No bullets. No having dominion, man. Over all the animals. Your little children playing with the lions. You said what? Rest is allowed. Right, rest is allowed, man. These are the things.
Being able to search out the seas.
Being able to search out the seas, man. That's another thing, man. What brother doesn't want to search out the seas, man? You're going to be able to actually do that, man. You're going to be out in the bottom of the damn sea, man. I like that, brother. That's different, man. There you go, man. You're going to be able to search out what seas, man.
Never see in Babylon again.
Never seeing Babylon again. These are the things that we got to see, man. Go to Hebrews 13 and 14. Let's give one more real quick. Another one. Hebrews 13 and 14. And if you're watching online and you don't know and all you can think about is a Maserati, all you can think about is the iPhone 17 Deluxe, if all you can think about is Lamar Jackson, right? And damn Deion Sanders, and a mansion with 5 bedrooms, your mind is bad. Your mind is bad, huh? Right? You're not going to have a damn a 5-bedroom mansion in the kingdom. You're going to have a 50-bedroom mansion in the kingdom. Right. You got to think big in this thing, right? You can't think right here. All in the kingdom, just being able to just damn no traffic. Well, brother, hold on, brother. That's what you think about, no traffic, brother. Right, brother. There's more than that, brother.
That's a good point, though.
That is. I mean, you ain't gonna have no traffic, you're right? But you know, read Hebrews 13 and 14.
Hebrews chapter 13, verse 14. For here have we no continuing city.
Right, so when we walk out here, man, this place is about to be destroyed. That's right. See, one good thing about the harbor is knowing it's going to be destroyed. Right. And that's the only good thing about the harbor. Right. Is knowing it's going to be destroyed. Right. Everything else about the harbor is horrible. Right. And depressing. Right. And wicked and rancid, man. But the one good thing about going to camp is knowing that the place that we teach at is going to be destroyed. And we envision that place being destroyed. When we see the chariots, we praise the Most High, man. There was a supermoon not too long ago. Right. I don't know if brother saw that, but it was a huge supermoon, right? Which is a sign of judgment on the earth. So for here have we no continuing city, but we do what?
Come. Slug. But we seek one to come.
We love it here.
We seek one to come.
I want to rest here.
We seek one to come.
We're looking to get the hell out of here. We're strangers. We're pilgrims on the earth, sojourners. Like Moses said, I have been a stranger
in a strange land, man. When he named the son Gershon. So let's finish that. Let's read that one more time.
God. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 18. While we look now at the seas,
Stop focusing on things that are going to be destroyed.
read. But at the things which are not seen,
All of the 1,000 things that brothers name, think about those things, man. Meditate on those things when you catching hell, when you're going through suffering, when things aren't going your way. Think about all of the things that. Go back and rewind and watch the video, man, and understand what you're missing out on when you faint and give up. Read.
for the things which are not seen are temporal.
Or what?
Are temporal.
Or what?
Are temporal.
The things which are not seen, are temporal. Read on.
But the things which are not seen are eternal.
Are eternal. And with that, quote your shovel.
Quote your shovel.
Quote your shovel.
Quote your shovel.
Quote your shovel.